Conemaugh Township.
Rotary Interact Club will be holding a blood drive on Tuesday, November 14th from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the high school gym for our 12 Interacts of Kindness. To register to donate, please visit redcrossblood.org and enter Contownian Township HS to schedule an appointment. See Ms. Kaysen or Ms. L with questions.
The 8th Annual Volleyball Marathon will be held on Thursday, November 16th. All captains must turn in their team's forms and money by Monday, November 13th to Mrs. Buckham or Mrs. Feathers. If you are still interested in having a team, please see Mrs. Buckham ASAP to sign up.
The Volleyball Marathon Save It or Shave It contest has officially begun. Please vote to save your favorite beard by donating to their assigned bucket. The rest will go. What beard will be saved? Mr. Kramer, Mr. Nancy, Mr. Adams, Mr. Studer, Mr. Philippi, Mr. Zampanini, Mr. Foster, Mr. Bersonsky, or Mr. Waltmeyer. You can bring your donation to vote in the office or at the contestants' room. Come out to the Volleyball Marathon on November 16th to watch the teacher versus senior students game at 6 p.m. Save it or shave it to follow.
The Contownian Township Musical Department would like to announce auditions for this year's production, Mary Poppins, the new musical. Auditions will be held online this year. For audition information, join the musical Google Classroom with the code JOYS4EO. Auditions must be submitted by Monday, November 6th. Anyone in grades 7 through 12 are eligible. Sign-ups for stage crew will be in the middle of November. See Ms. L with any questions.
The Life Skills classes are hosting a sock donation drive to benefit the Women's Help Center and St. Vincent de Paul. They serve people in our community who are in need and experiencing homelessness. Socks can be dropped off on the bin outside of Mrs. Kopp's room until November 17th.
Today's daily boost is, even though every day may feel like the same, it really isn't. You will never have the exact day back again. Let's get after it.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good day.
Saturday is cloudy with a high of 57 and a low of 39. Sunday is also cloudy with a high of 60 and a low of 44.
Have a good day.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this forever mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting down in the mall and telling that girl she the one for me.
Hey there, Contownian Township. It's that time of the season. Playoff season. Here's this week.
Last Friday, the football team finished their season with a 0-10 record. They lost to United 7-49. After giving up the first points on the game, the Indians bounced back with a great throw by Sam Schaefer, which was hauled in from John Updike for a touchdown, followed by an extra point by Jackson Satoski to make it 7-6. However, United went unanswered the rest of the game. Good season, guys.
On Monday, the volleyball team traveled to Tussey Mountain for the second round of playoffs, winning 3-0. Sets went 25-16, 25-14, and 25-8. On Wednesday, the girls the girls' season sadly came to an end, losing 3-0 to Berlin.
On Tuesday, the boys soccer team got sweet revenge in the playoffs, beating the Berg boys 3-2. They also played a match yesterday against Fannet Meadow for the District 5 championship.
And they won.
On Wednesday, the girls soccer team also got sweet revenge for their only loss on the season, beating Winburn in the District 5 championship. The team was led by Ashlyn Fetterman with 2 and Izzy Slezak with 1. Maddie Mozzie assisted all 3 goals. The girls will now play in the state playoffs next week. Good luck.
What's the big deal? Mr. Lesko is playing my hype video right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Hello, I'm Josh Baker, and today I'm here with Mrs. Spangler to talk about mental health. Would you like to share about a time or situation where you struggled with your mental, social, or emotional health?
Sure. So when I was in middle school, I struggled a lot. I was a loner. I would say that I was one of those kids that I wasn't mean. I wasn't, I wasn't willing to maybe lose some of my morals. That a lot of, peer pressure, a lot of times that happens. So I wouldn't say I fit into really any type of group. And because of that, it was very lonely for me. Had a couple of kids that, had fun picking on me. Really struggled. Like I didn't have many people to eat lunch with in middle school. And it was a really tough time for me. And, it took a lot of like thinking back, surprisingly to try to think about, what exactly happened. And, it was so long ago. But I don't really remember situations. However, I just remember how I felt, and I didn't feel good.
Did you do anything to help you get through this sense of feeling unwanted and unneeded?
Yeah, I would say like I just kept my morals. I didn't like, how do I want to put it? I didn't sacrifice my own morals for other people to fit in. I just kept going. And eventually I did find a group of people. When I got to high school, things totally changed for the flip side. I started a new school, got new friends, and things got better for me. As far as it goes with coping, I spent a lot of time, surprisingly, with art. And that was a really good coping mechanism for me. But I would say the biggest thing that... One second.
Attention, Mrs. Salem, second period. Come down to the office, all of you. Not Mrs. Salem, all the kids in the class. Thank you.
Okay. I'll start over with the coping. So you said, what about like with coping helped? I would say what helped me through... Wait, let me start over. The coping mechanisms that helped me get through it were keeping my morals, not stooping down to peer pressure. Even if I maybe felt alone, I didn't sacrifice my morals for that. Like I didn't do mean things to try to fit in. I spent a lot of time on my own, drawing, painting, finding kind of that outlet for me. And eventually things got better. I ended up switching schools. I made a whole new group of friends. I still didn't change my morals. It just more or less was I changed who I surrounded myself with. Sometimes people in your life can be pretty toxic. And, you do have a choice with that. If you are around people that maybe aren't making you the best version of yourself, you can change your friend group. It's never too late to reinvent yourself, and it's never too late to sort of adjust and change your life.
You mentioned that you had a few friends that helped you get through it whenever you moved schools, but like today, do you still have any of those friends or any like colleagues or anybody to talk to about it?
So I am so blessed to have amazing colleagues that I work with, amazing friends, still to this day that I can call at any point, and talk to if I have a rough day. However, I understand that that's not always realistic, and sometimes, you may not have that resource. You may not feel like you may not feel like you have people that you can talk to. But I think that, something that you should realize too is that even if you don't think that there's people that care about you, I promise you that there are. And I promise you that there are so many people that probably do think like that want to be your friend and want to be around you. You just have to almost be willing to put yourself out there and be willing to, to change the cycle.
What advice would you give to any kids or just people out there in general who are going through something similar to what you did?
The advice I'd give you is that even if it's tough right now, I promise you it does get better. Maybe, if you're struggling in middle school, promise you it's going to get better in high school. If you're struggling in high school, maybe you had a really good middle school, but you're struggling in high school, I promise you, whether you choose to go to work right after school or whether you choose to go to college, it will get better. You will find your niche. You'll find your place and where you want to fit in. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there and be willing to change your cycle. And what I mean by that is when I keep saying change your cycle, like be willing to go outside your comfort zone and try new things, and try a new sport, try a new club, try a new hobby even. You will be very surprised how many people maybe share that same experience or that same like that you develop and you find.
Thank you.
And then I'll cross these guys out. Ours are going to cancel out as well, along with our T's. This is T's cancel and cancels. What do we get?
14. X. Taco. Huh?
No. Clearly, it equals beard.
Whoa! I get it now.
Hello! I'm Isaac Holiday. This is my co-host, The Lily, and welcome to Lily. Today's word of the week is... Oh, what's that, Lily? You have a suggestion? Ah, I see. Well then, today's word of the week is apocalypticism. Now, you may be confused. What's apocalypticism? Is that about the apocalypse? Well, you'd be correct, but it's not the exact same thing. Apocalypticism is a doctrine or exclamation of an end-of-the-world event that is inevitable, imminent, going to happen, no matter what. Nothing you can do can stop it, and you can only hope that you will survive it. Very interesting word, Lily. I'm sure that it has nothing to do with the situation I'm in. Or, well, should I say, wherein. Anyways, that's all for this week's episode of Lily Lexicon. And we hope to see you next week. And the week after that. And the week after that. And the week
Welcome back to Alpha Male. It's been a week, but we got a nice little 2v2 lined up. Catch up with the bracket a little bit. Let's see how these boys do.
How do you guys think you're going to match up against Shippy and Dee Dee?
Pretty well. I think we're going to do good. Just did a warm-up match, got a win.
Have you ever played Clash Royale before, ever in your life?
No.
All right.
That's 2 out of 3.
No.
We didn't
That's
win
2
yet.
out of 3.
Oh, my bad.
So, first game, I think I know who's going to win. First game goes to John and Bodie.
So bad.
Bobby is free.
It's the last match of the series. It is tied 1-1. The mic is not plugged in.
Are you so close to the camera?
But it's close to my mouth for dramatic effect.
Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! One thing, 1 minute. Yeah! One thing, 1 minute basketball. Okay, alpha male winners this week are Dee Dee and Shippy. With big help from John. Massive help from John.
Slight assistance.
See you next week.
Alright.
Bye.
Today I'm here with.
Poe.
And what did you do for Halloween?
I rode around in a fire truck and handed out candy to little kids.
What'd you wear?
My fire suit.
And did you win the contest?
I did.
How'd you feel about that?
Pretty good.
Now I'm here with.
Lincoln Reynolds.
And what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Kick Mouse.
And what did you wear?
I went with Scooby-Doo and my friends.
Okay. Now I'm here with.
Mr. Kramer,
What were you for Halloween?
I dressed up as a crabby old man.
And what's your favorite candy?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, who's this?
Wrong number.
Alright, see ya.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't find this very funny anymore. Who even are you?
Come on. I want to know who I'm looking at.
Excuse me?
I said I want to know who I'm talking to.
That's not what you said.
Come on.
Listen, my friend's coming over soon. And if you're still here, you're gonna find yourself in some trouble. Just like in 87. What are you gonna do now?
I win.